What's up, everybody? We at the Source Chiropractic have a new passion project, and it's called the Living Case Study. Something that is really cool that's happening at the Source Chiropractic is that as our skill set is evolving and that we are getting better at serving humanity, we are starting to attract more and more difficult cases. And so as these cases come in, we want to select a few of them and follow them throughout their journey of care here at the Source Chiropractic. And so what we're going to be doing is we're going to get an insight of what that initial intake looked like. What was their functional range of motion, their squat, their gait, their thermography, their other chiropractic specific tests, and what changes as they progress through care. So this is going to be live, in your face action, getting to see what the Source Chiropractic is doing. Our first case study is Aaron. Take a glance at how he presented.
As a baby, I was breached, and so when they delivered me, my whole hip pelvis area was fractured, and so I went home in a cast as a little baby, and had corrective shoes and the whole nine. And so, it plagued me. I had real bad growing pains. That plagued me all the way to about junior high school. And then I began to feel great. I was able to play athletics, played a lot of sports. And then I became a competitive runner. So I ran all the way up to right about 40. 40 was when all of a sudden the pain started coming back. But between high school and 40, I worked 25 years in the grocery industry as a backroom clerk and night crew, which required a lot of heavy lifting. So that contributed a lot of the deterioration in my back. And then also, I was at the same time, while working in the grocery industry, I was a professional angler. Like I said, never stopped being one. I still am. And that is a rigorous occupation, so I know that had a lot to do with some deterioration also. So the pain started increasing more and more. Now I'm 46, and it's like I walk with a limp now. And so I went through the whole gamut with Kaiser and the physical therapist, my main doctor, the surgeon, and the whole nine. And so their recommendation was that, basically there's nothing they could do besides replace it. So I was like, man, replace is it's kind of tough. I kind of like what I got, so I want to see what I can do, exhaust all my options before that's the case. So that's why I'm here now. And so I haven't ran since 6 years. It's been about 40. Yeah, I had to stop running at 40. So that was a real big portion of my life. Running. I played tennis, athletic all the way. And it's actually trimming how I get outdoors. I mentioned before, I'm an avid hunter, and so it's like I'm limited to where I can hunt and what I can do, because I was the guy that would take off, park my truck, and wouldn't come back for two to 3 days, and basically live off the land, bring little stuff, and just do what I do. So that's a no-go. And just the everyday life of walking around, it's tough, because I favor this side more so than this side, because if I put pressure and it's a bad day, this leg will buckle, I can almost fall, and it's a piercing pain now. One goal, and I never say it can't happen, is to be able to run again. That was such a big portion of my life. But if running is out of the question, but comfortable walking is a realistic goal, that's it. A comfortable walking so I can get back and still get that runner's high, but just through walking, and like I said, I can hunt the way I want to hunt.
So as a quick recap from day one of adjusting Aaron, we noticed a few things. One, when he came in, looking at his posture scan, he actually set the record at the Source Chiropractic, having the most head tilt I've ever seen. It was 9 degrees over to the right, with a big, 1 to 2 inches of shifts of the thoracic cage, of the pelvis, of the shoulders. And so, yes, there is a lot of distortion in the body. Also, when I went to adjust him, what I noticed in the side posture adjustment, that the joint didn't release as I expected. I'm at a point now that I know that if I deliver an efficient and an effective adjustive impulse, what it should sound like. And so when the joint is really stuck, adhesed, or has high levels of fibrosis, you're not going to get those same releases. And so seeing that and hearing that, we're going to have them at 2 times a day 3 times a week, at least for the next month, if not going into 2 months. But at the same time, I'm really excited about this case, and I know that we can help him. Again, he was going to turn towards surgery. That's what the medical doctor side was recommending to him. And I believe that if we can decompress that hip socket and provide space, that Nate is going to go to work and allow this body to heal, and you're going to see better function. And I'd love to see this guy run again. So let's root for Team Aaron, and we'll see you again in 2 weeks.